So Natalie, tell us, what was it like to set up a company in a foreign country 15 years ago?
It was a challenge because there weren't very many female entrepreneurs at that time. But I was just determined. I thought, nope, I'm going to make this work. And I just put one foot in front of the other and I didn't look back. I just kept on looking forward.
What were your biggest struggles in the beginning?
I was alone. I was a one-man show. The conversations that you'd normally have with your team about the strategy, about where we're going, about the cash flow of the company, I had nobody. So it was really very lonely. There were times where I would not be able to sleep. My mind was buzzing with ideas and I'd just go to the office 1 o'clock in the morning, sometimes work straight through to 6 p.m. It didn't feel like work. It just felt natural. It felt the right thing to be doing at that time. This is my second home since 2006. This is where I set up Select. So let's go and have a look inside, okay? So in 2006, we were on the 8th floor, and then in 2012, we moved up to the 15th floor and took the whole office. So as you can see, this is the Select office. And one thing that really stands out is the colors. These are our corporate colors, and we really wanted to get people to feel the vibe when they come in the office. If you also look on the walls, we put quotes. So you've got from the ceiling to the walls, you're surrounded by positive vibes and good quotes. So let me show you my office, and I've got a really special piece of furniture that is real memorabilia for me. So what's really important for me in this office is my desk. This is the desk that I had in 2006. And my team have tried to get me to get a new one, but this is the desk that I'm extremely attached to. It's seen the good, the bad, and the ugly, because this is the desk where I come to every day, and I love it. It's comfortable, it's me. So this is where it all happens. This is what we call the game room. And as you can see, we're super organized. All of the courses, the handouts, the activities are in these buckets here. And this is the fun side of the inventory room. So in everything we do, we try to make sure there's an element of fun, it's memorable, and it's a good learning experience. But obviously, we also want to take people outside their comfort zones by playing a lot of different games.
How has your team grown over the years?
So we've gone from 1 to 50 in 15 years. But you know, back in the time, I didn't have somebody to make the tea and coffee. I was doing everything myself. And I remember a few occasions where I had a client come into the office and I kind of felt embarrassed because I didn't have somebody to help me. And I would put out the cups and pretend that the person making the tea and coffee just steps outside. Come, we'll go to the kitchen and we'll make it together. So a lot of the things I have somebody to help me with today, I was doing myself, emptying the trash, cleaning the office, all of those things. And my motto, don't ask somebody to do something you're not willing to do yourself.
Who are you grateful to?
So in the beginning, I was by myself. A couple of years later, I met my husband, and he is my rock. He's the person that I speak to in the evenings about strategy. When I have to make difficult decisions, I'm not sure. And he's really great to weigh up the pros and cons. I have a fantastic network of friends who have been so supportive in terms of just calling on their relatives and saying, listen, you need to meet with Natalie. And this was so instrumental in the beginning. That support network was very, very important for me.
When was the last time you really had a break from work?
I don't really take a holiday break, vacation, as we would normally assume one is. I always travel with my laptop, and it's become the norm, really. But I do remember this one time, it was 4 weeks after I'd delivered my first son, and one of my clients called me and said, look, Natalie, we need to have a meeting. We've got this strategy and you're very important. And I said, yes, but I've just delivered. And he was like, no problem, bring the baby, no problem. So I sat in a 4-hour meeting with a nursing cloth, nursing my first baby. And every couple of hours I'd go and change the pampers and come back. And it was fine. And it was so lovely to feel that I could still do what I love and I wasn't being put aside because I had a baby. And I felt really inclusive. and that was really important for me. So vacation time is quality time with the family, yet making sure and still monitoring the company.
Do you think there are anything that you could have done differently or earlier?
Yes, definitely. I would have become more IT savvy, more digital, and I would have taken a finance course because a lot of my finance has been working knowledge. A lot of my IT has been working knowledge, and I feel that I could have saved myself a lot of time by just getting prepared at the very beginning.
What were some of the biggest mistakes you made?
Actually, I think I'm going to tell you the lessons I've learned. The most valuable lesson I've learned is hire the right people. Take time in the recruitment, get to know the person, and make sure they add value. Not only that, but make sure you've got people that you can trust, and meet with your team regularly. And I'm saying everyone at least once, twice a month, to keep them close, but also to find out how they are doing, both mentally and physically. That mental well-being is really important.
What do you have to say to those who are doing business and going through tough times?
So have a business strategy, have a business model, know how to scale up. Not only that, you've got to be agile, you've got to know what the market needs. Find out from a user experience how the user feels about your product or service. And are you really giving the user what they want and need, as opposed to giving the user what you think they want and need? And once again, hire good people. You are only as successful as your team.